Hola y buenos días. Soy el señor Morris. Soy el maestro de español. ¿Cómo están? Espero que estén muy bien. Today, we'll review the things that we've been talking about so far in the unit, and then we'll look at the seasons of the year. Pero primero, vamos a cantar nuestra canción de saludos. Canten conmigo. Buenos días, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? Muy bien, gracias, muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? ¿Y usted? Good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you? Very well, I thank you. Very well, I thank you. And you, and you. Muy bien. Pues primero, first thing, vamos a repasar el calendario. And let's start by singing the song about los días de la semana. Now, I'll help you sing the first part of the song, but then I want all of you to sing the names of the days. Okay? Ready? Hay 7 días en una semana, los vamos a nombrar. Now here's where I want to hear you. Ready? Go! Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. Muy bien. Ahora vamos a repasar los días de la semana otra vez con este video. Presten atención y repitan todos.
Los días de la semana. Lunes. Martes. Miércoles. Jueves. Viernes. Sábado. Domingo.
Muy bien, alumnos. Ahora, una pregunta. Here's a question. ¿En qué mes estamos? ¿En qué mes estamos? And now we can find the answer to this question by looking up here on the calendar. Okay? Now, how will we answer? How will we answer? That's right. We'll say, estamos en enero. Estamos en enero. Muy bien. Otra pregunta para ustedes. Another question for all of you. ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy? ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy? Remember, that one asks, what is the date today? Now, again, I'd like for all of you to answer this question in your classes according to the date when you're watching this lesson, okay? But for our purposes today, let's say it is the 27th. So 27th, okay? Ahora vamos a contar. We're going to go ahead and count up to this again. I'd like to hear everyone repeating after me. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. There you go. So, now here's the question. ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy? And remember, we said it's right down here. So we'll answer that question by saying, hoy es 27 de enero, right? But not every time will you say that it is enero, right? Last class, we talked about the months of the year. Well, let's sing that song again about the months of the year. Enero is the first one. It's January. So that's the one we're going to start with. Ready? Enero, febrero, marzo y abril, mayo y junio y julio también, agosto, septiembre, octubre ya llegó, noviembre, diciembre, el año ya acabó. All right. Right now, I'd like for you to review los meses del año with this video. Presten atención y repitan todos.
Los meses del año: enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre.
Yeah. Now, in addition to dividing the year up into months, we divide it into something we call seasons. Who thinks they know the seasons of the year in English? Raise your hand. Raise your hand and tell your teacher if you know the seasons in English. Teachers, did your students get it right? Did they name spring, summer, fall, and winter? Did they name those 4 seasons? Good. So, how many seasons are there? En español, in Spanish? 1, 2, 3. Sí, hay 4 estaciones. Hay 4. Today, we're going to learn the season names in Spanish. Okay? Well, here's the first one here. It's called La Primavera. Can you guys say that? La Primavera. And this is the season when it's raining and things start to grow. Some leaves are starting to come out here on the trees. It's kind of stormy. This is called spring in English. This is the first season. It's primavera. What comes after spring? Do you know in English? That's right, summer. Y en español es el verano. Can you guys say that? El verano. Okay, very good. Now, in this season, the sun is out. It's nice and hot. You see these kids out here playing in the water in their front yard with their bathing suits on. It must be summer vacation for them. This is the second season. It is el verano. The next season, what comes after summer? Do you remember? That's right, fall or autumn. Y en español es el otoño. El otoño. And that looks kind of like autumn, doesn't it? Well, you see, this is when the leaves are falling off of the trees. Yeah, here they are. They're probably back in school now, and they're out there having to rake up all of the leaves. This is the third season, autumn, or el otoño. And what's the season that comes after this? After fall comes winter. El invierno. Can you say that? El invierno. Very good. Now, the way I remember this one is I like to go in during the invierno. It's the fourth season of the year. And this is the one, oh, the snow is falling. There they are, making a snowman. It looks like they have a fire going in the fireplace. It's cold outside. This is winter. Y en español es el invierno. Okay? Now, here's a question I just asked you. ¿Cuántas estaciones hay? ¿Cuántas, how many, estaciones, seasons, hay? Well, let's see. La primavera, spring. El verano, summer. El otoño, right? And then el invierno. So, ¿cuántas estaciones hay? 1, 2, 3. Hay 4. Hay 4 estaciones, right? Now, since there are 4 seasons and 12 months, there are more months than there are seasons, aren't there? Well, if you think about it, there are going to be 3 months in each season. Let's look at our activity sheet right now to see which months make up each of the seasons. Here's the activity sheet. It looks like this. You can go ahead and put your name up at the top. I'm going to write mine up there. Roberto, because I'm proud of the work that I do, and I hope you guys are too. Roberto. Now, the directions say, number 1, put the seasons in order from 1 to 4. Okay, here are the seasons: el invierno, el verano, la primavera, el otoño. Well, you remember that we said that the first season that we start counting is spring, or la primavera. So go ahead and put a 1 right there. After primavera, after spring, comes the season when it's really hot, right? Summer. And that is el verano. So we'll put a 2 right there. El verano is número 2. After the summer, when it's very hot, the leaves start to fall off of the trees and stuff. And that's fall or autumn. En español es el otoño. So we're going to put number 3 right there. El otoño. And the last season of the year after autumn, when it gets very cold and snowy, is el invierno, winter. Number 4. Now, the next part of the instructions say, paste the months that occur in each season in the boxes provided. So to do that, we're going to have to go ahead and cut those out. So you guys get your scissors. I've got my scissors. You guys might want to use safety scissors, and make sure that your teachers are there with you, okay, so that nothing happens. Let's go ahead and cut out these boxes down here at the bottom with the month's name in them. You go ahead and cut yours while I cut mine. And if you want to, while you're cutting this, you can think of singing some of the songs that we've sung, like the months of the year, or the days of the week, or you can even think about our greeting song or our goodbye song. The greeting song is really good because you can sing that one in rounds. In other words, someone can start singing one part of it, and when they get to the second line, the next person can start singing the first line, and when they get to the second line, somebody else can start singing the first line, etc. So that you can have, up to 4 people singing the same song at different times. And it sounds pretty neat when you match it up that way. Okay, well, I've just about finished cutting out my months here. So I'm going to put my activity sheet back over here where you can see it. And let's see. Here are the months. Okay, well, let's see. What's the easiest way to do this? For me, the easiest way is probably to remember the season and then think of at least one month that I know is in that season. For example, well, this first one here, season number 4, el invierno, I know that's winter. And winter always comes in January and February and December. So I'm going to look for this one that says diciembre, enero, febrero. I'm going to turn it over. Now I've got a glue stick, so that works pretty well for me. I think these are pretty cool. Mine comes out purple. I'm going to put some glue on the back, and then I can just take those 3 months and glue them right into there. Okay. So I've done one. Let's see. How about el verano, when it's really hot? When it's really hot in the summer and we get vacation, I happen to know that we get summer vacation from my school in June, July, and August. So I'm going to take that one, and I'll tape that one on to, or paste that one below the season called el verano. Okay. La primavera, springtime. Spring comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb. Oh, I know what I can remember. April showers bring May flowers. So I'm going to put these months, marzo, abril, y mayo. I'm going to put those right there. Get my glue here. And glue that onto there. So primavera. Okay, and there's one more, otoño, the fall. Well, that's when we start back to school usually. And I happen to know that we start back to school in September. So I know that the last one I'm going to put here is septiembre, octubre, y noviembre. So let me get my glue, a little glue stick here. And I'm going to put those ones there. And there you go. I finished up mine. I put the months or the seasons in order, and I put the months underneath them. Okay. Well, today we reviewed the days and the months again, and we started to talk about the seasons of the year. What season is it now? In Spanish, can you name it? Well, next time we're going to talk about the clothes that you might use during the coldest season of the year. What season is that? That's right, it's winter. Or en español, el invierno. Pero ahora es hora de la despedida. Canten conmigo la canción de despedida, our goodbye song.
Adiós, queridos amigos, que les vaya muy, muy bien. Adiós, queridos amigos, y cuídense también.
Until our next class, adiós y hasta luego.